Good afternoon, Central Ohio, and thanks for joining us here for another edition of our 10 Weather Impact Show. I'm meteorologist Aaron White here on our Monday afternoon and enjoying some nice conditions out there. It's really starting to warm up now here after a chilly weekend where we had temperatures locked in the 20s, barely getting up into the lower 30s here yesterday. And now we're on our way to near 50 here this afternoon, thanks in part to a lot of sunshine and the winds picking up out of the south and west here today, about 10 to 15 miles per hour. But that's really helped to warm us up here for today, getting a lot more sunshine. And now we are still seeing that here this afternoon, looking live across downtown Columbus and really across the area. Temperatures are warming up nicely. Here's a live look showing really a lot of sunshine, some high clouds passing through the area, but our temperature now up to 48 degrees. That is 10 degrees above our normal high temperature for early January. So we are sitting pretty good here this afternoon and really going to stay, really with nice conditions here as we go through the rest of today and even through the forecast. We are still tracking mild temperatures, but we are also looking ahead to some rain. So again, for right now, 48 degrees. Over the course of the next several hours, we may get up to 50. That's about the best we'll get here for today. But then, of course, our temperatures will start to drop back down through the 40s into the 30s here and sort of leveling off in the mid-30s here for tonight as we see some more clouds building in. So overall, it's not going to get really cold here tonight. We actually will get down to about 35 degrees, and 35 degrees for an overnight low is really pretty good considering our average high temperature for the afternoon is 38. So to have 35 at night and 50s during the day, really not bad at all here for the early part of January. And as we look across the area, some of us are actually into the 50s right now. We got 51 in Circleville and Chillicothe, 53 in Jackson and Piketon, 48 degrees for Lancaster, 44 in Delaware, so a little bit colder the further north you go, but everyone is at least into the 40s, and yeah, many places south of I-70 all the way up into the 50s here for today, and likely going to see some more 50s as we go into tomorrow. But the downside for tomorrow is we are going to see some rain showers making their way through. Nothing overly impressive by any means, but there will be some scattered activity, and with the clouds around allowing for some rain showers here, it's also going to keep our temperatures a little bit down from where they could be. If we had more sunshine, we could be talking about near 60 here tomorrow, but not going to see that. 53 is what we got here in the forecast, and then back down briefly to 50 here on Wednesday. Some of us could be stuck into the upper 40s, and then we really start to warm up here as we go through Thursday, 55 degrees, and actually looking now mostly dry here for Thursday as the system that's going to bring us the warmer air and some rain, well, the rain's going to hold off until now Thursday night into Friday. So while we will see temperatures into the lower 60s, unfortunately, it does come with some rain, and then eventually our temperatures start to drop here as we head towards the upcoming weekend. But for right now, things are quiet. We have some sunshine out there, some scattered clouds, mix of clouds and sunshine here for this afternoon. Later on tonight, clouds are going to start to increase across the area, and then eventually we'll be watching that chance for some rain showers. And we can see some of that cloud cover back to the west here. And if you go far enough all the way to the edge of the screen, you can see a little bit of green. Yeah, some rain showers there in Minnesota, parts of South Dakota and Iowa. Those will arrive here as we head into tomorrow. Meanwhile, something interesting to talk about here this afternoon, and something that doesn't happen too often, but they're actually getting snow in parts of Hawaii. Now, not in the tropical part of the islands by any means. They're never going to see snow along the beaches, but you go up 10,000 feet. You get into the volcanoes, Mauna Loa and Mauna Kea. Their elevation, the summit, is at about 10,000 feet, and that's the level where it is cold enough as the rain is falling down in the tropics, down by the beaches and across most of the islands. Well, at 10,000 feet, they're actually getting some snow. So that's why you can see a little bit of pink there, indicating where those volcanoes are at, and there are winter storm warnings for some snow that they could get up to 10 inches of accumulation here, as there is a large system that's moving through, and meanwhile flood watches are in effect for the entire Hawaiian Islands because of the heavy rainfall potential, but just cold enough when you get to 10,000 feet that it is actually snowing on the volcanoes there in Hawaii. So kind of a cool thing to think about. It only happens maybe a couple times a year that they get a situation where they can actually see some snow there on the summits of those volcanoes. Meanwhile, we're not tracking any snow here, but we are talking about our own chance for rain here going into Tuesday. Scattered showers are in the forecast. Those will clear out. We'll catch a break here for Wednesday, and really now most of Thursday is looking dry, but Thursday night and Friday, we have an 80% chance for rain, and we could be talking about some decent rainfall amounts as well, with many locations picking up at least a half an inch of rainfall here Thursday night, Friday into Saturday before things clear out, and then we're talking about colder temperatures for the upcoming weekend. But as we go through the hour by hour forecast here this afternoon, not tracking anything for the rest of your Monday. We have a mix of clouds and sunshine, and then clear skies for the most part will continue through tonight. Overnight, we will start to see that increase in cloud cover. So by tomorrow morning, looking fairly overcast, and that's ahead of our system. That's going to bring some scattered rain showers here as we go through the later morning and into the afternoon. And notice just a few passing showers here, so it's not going to be anything overly impressive. It's not going to be a washout here tomorrow. So with temperatures up into the 50s, despite it being cloudy, could have probably actually enjoy some part of the day here on your Tuesday. And even Wednesday and Thursday, as we are still tracking highs in the 50s. Cloudy skies, unfortunately, so today is probably one of the nicer days where we actually have some sunshine to enjoy. But there could be a few peaks of sunshine here and there over the course of the next few days until we get that bigger system coming in here by Thursday night and Friday to bring us that solid chance of rain, with rainfall amounts over a half an inch, possibly as high as 1 inch going through Thursday night, Friday into Saturday, before that kicks out of here and colder air builds in. And that could actually lead to a few flurries, some snow showers as we get into our Sunday. But at least for the rest of today, partly cloudy skies up to 50 for a high temperature here. Southwest winds at 10 to 15 miles per hour. And then a look at our 7-day forecast showing eventually some changes here. So we're going to hover around the 50s for highs for the next few days. We get up to 53 here on Tuesday, 50 on Wednesday, 55 on Thursday, and chances for rain, best chance is going to be tomorrow, and then again Thursday night into Friday. Really Friday's system bearing the best potential for rain and best potential for some decent rainfall amounts here across the state of Ohio. And we get up to 61 degrees, but that is the best we'll get because then our temperatures will drop. Now, one thing I will say about Saturday is there are some indications that as the system evolves, it could linger to the west just long enough that temperatures on Saturday could actually get up closer to 60 as well, but that's a big if right now. So we're kind of watching the trends, and we'll be watching them through the week to see if we have to increase the temperature on Saturday, or if that system comes through sooner, well, colder air is going to come through sooner then as well, and then that could mean we actually don't even get to 53 degrees. So Saturday is the transition day from mild temperatures to what you see on Sunday with those colder temperatures back down to where we should be for this time of year, with highs in the 30s and potentially some flurries, some light snow showers making their way through here as we head towards the end of the weekend. So overall, nothing too out of the ordinary, just the mild temperatures that we could get to enjoy here for quite some time, and then eventually looking ahead to more typical weather conditions here by Sunday, and likely going to see that continue into the following week with more 30s, possibly some 40s in the forecast. But it does look like after this bout of mild weather, it's going to go back to what we should typically see for Ohio here in January. So that's a look at our forecast. So let's go ahead and look at also some video here this afternoon. Some really interesting one, this one coming out of Paris, out of France, showing snow there at the Eiffel Tower. Really a cool sight here that just happened there in Paris just really today, the last 24 hours, seeing a good amount of snowfall there across the northern part of France, and of course visitors to the Eiffel Tower getting to enjoy a beautiful scene there. Now, of course, this also did cause some delays, some problems with some travelers having their flights canceled, and the unexpected, basically, snowfall in some areas, at least for some people, not really expecting to see this kind of sight there, getting to at least enjoy a different scene in there in France. So really cool sight. And also something different that actually happened out in California. This other video showing really a beautiful sight to what was a rainy weekend for California. They saw heavy rainfall in many locations, and also heavy snow in the higher elevations in the Sierra Nevada mountains, the northern and southern Cascades into Northern California. But this is what you got after the rain, a beautiful rainbow there. This was over Santa Barbara, just showing a really cool sight from one of the TV stations out there, able to just grab this beautiful video there just yesterday, back on Sunday during the evening after the rain really started to clear out, just making for a really cool sight. The TV station that recorded this was actually situated on top of a hill, able to kind of view out over the city and see a beautiful sight there right over the water, right over the bay there, again in Santa Barbara. So a nice cool sight there in California, and of course, for all the snow lovers there in Paris, France, getting to enjoy that scene with the Eiffel Tower. Definitely something that doesn't happen too often out there. But of course, we get a lot of snow here in Ohio. Just not having that right now. We get to enjoy the mild temperatures, and of course, we got the rain in the forecast here later on. So coming up this evening, I'll be in here talking about the rainfall and our forecast here for the mild temperatures with this, again, 60s on Friday. So a lot to break down here in the forecast. That's coming up at 4, 5, and 6 o'clock this evening. So make sure to tune in for that. Otherwise, you can always catch more news and weather online at 10tv.com.